welcome back to Modern Fossil. Welcome back to Danganronpa. Welcome back to Max Descent into Madness as he fucking messes up grade A, grade 1 level questions over here.
I know.
Alright, but why? Why would she write that? Why would she write the note on the paper to ask someone to come to her room?
Yeah, why?
Why?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Not really.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Nah.
I'm gonna have to pay attention anyway.
I'll do my best. A sweat trickles down my ears.
Alright, you should be able to get this because you mentioned this literally like 10 minutes ago.
We'll see.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yep.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Okay, what am I doing? Get into my room instead of Sayaka's, and the reason for that is because what got switched between my and Sayaka's rooms. So which
Sayaka
statement am
and
I going to
Makoto
use?
switched rooms,
Oh, the
correct?
nameplates.
Well, yeah, on
In the
what?
note, the place
On,
they were asked to come to,
It specifically said my room, but she did say that on the
So
note.
if someone read that note,
So if somebody read that
then they
note,
would have gone to
Sayaka's
Sayaka's room.
room,
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying
go to
in.
the stage.
So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
My room.
It certainly would seem that way.
So you're saying that the note did not say my room,
No, it did.
even though I specifically told you it did
No,
say
it
that.
did, it did.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you would use the nameplate switch
Sayaka and Makoto switched
on...
rooms, correct? But in the note,
Switched rooms, right?
the
Because if they
place
had
were
just
asked to
switched...
come to,
Well, they did switch
specifically
rooms.
says, my
Yes, they
room.
did.
They switched rooms, but also
So if
switched
someone
nameplates?
read
No.
that note,
Makoto did not know
Then they
about
would
the
have
switch
gone to
nameplates, but it's
Sayaka's
when the
room.
motor doing the investigation, when we checked the doors,
The room that Makoto
the
was staying in.
nameplates were switched without Makoto knowing.
So in
But that
other
if they were
words,
switched, that
even
means
if
they were
someone did read the
correct?
note
No,
and
they
did
weren't.
what it
Well,
said,
I guess
they would not
yes,
have
the
any
room
connection
that
to what
Makoto's
happened.
nameplate on it was the room that Makoto was staying in.
Right.
But it was Sayaka's room.
That way.
Right. But that means that
That means that somebody deliberately switched the plates.
someone deliberately switched the plates. So they probably went in there thinking it was Makoto.
No,
Realizing-
because the room that
No, they went in
room that
there
Sayaka
thinking
was
it
in
was Sayaka. Saw it was Sayaka, and then switched the plates to make it look like...
no,
No, that doesn't make any sense.
you're going a little bit too far. Okay, just tell me why did the killer go into? How did he make the correct decision?
He?
Ooh, when did he? Yeah, because yeah, of course. When did they make the correct decision into going into the room?
They made the correct...
Like why? Why did they know for certain that they were going into Sayaka's room?
Because of the key.
No.
The nameplate.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Because the nameplate says Sayaka.
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Sayaka and Makoto switched
So they're
rooms,
saying
correct?
that
But in the note,
they would
the
not have
place
chosen
they
the
were
correct
asked to
room
come
because the
to,
nameplates were
it
switched.
specifically
They would
says,
like
my room.
they would have gone into the room that Makoto was
So
in.
if someone read that note,
So they don't know that the
then they would
nameplates were
have gone to
switched.
Sayaka's
Oh, they
room.
don't know.
They don't
Okay.
know.
Exactly. The
So-
room that Makoto
So that
was
one.
staying
Okay.
in.
Let's assume that all the evidence that we collected, they don't know shit about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't know anything. Okay.
also assume that all these characters are fucking brain dead idiots because they are. All right.
Okay. All right.
They got switched?
So, like, think simplicity. Think of the most simple things.
Okay.
I will tell you if it's complicated, if it is complicated, okay?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves.
Don't overthink it.
As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew that we had switched rooms.
Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Something I want to talk to you about, just us two. 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt.
There's gold on it.
Yeah!
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her
Thank God
wrist
you
is
started
all
looking at the
swollen.
script, Mac, man.
There's
Like,
something glittery
getting these
there.
answers right.
See?
Is that gold?
It sure is.
This is supposed to be a scripted show, man.
Yeah.
Gold coating from
I
the
know.
replica sword.
Yeah, I'm a renegade.
You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That is what we need to make clear. What is it? Oh, okay. So we're gonna have multiple pieces of evidence you choose from.
Okay.
So yeah, so the one that I get automatically is not the one that is obviously the answer. Okay.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Any idea?
So the only yellow statement was that she took the kitchen knife that she had hid away.
No. Hilo said at the beginning that the killer did a sword-based sneak attack. So the killer went into the room, grabbed the sword, attacked Sayaka. So a sword-based sneak attack. So saying that the killer attacked first, Han shot first, basically.
Oh, I don't think that's true because there's like a cut on the sheath, which means they probably initially used the unsheathed sword.
And that's when the sword-based sneak attack.
You shut up. Yeah, you got it right. Got it good. You got it.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to zero
Actually,
in.
No. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who
Dude, this is what I was
first.
thinking. I didn't say this earlier, but I was thinking, what if Sayaka was baiting somebody into her room to kill them and then got killed herself?
I think I get it.
Should have said that.
I know, I should have said that earlier, man.
You gotta say out your thoughts so
I
that you seem like a
know,
genius.
I'm just struggling.
The culprit came in.
I forgot to say it.
Hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
Yeah, that's right.
So
It was in fact Guido who shot first.
But then the culprit took
Don't
that
you
from
dare
her
say
too.
that. Not around me.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
What if
There's
a buddy
not gold on her hand.
My
it's
God,
only
dude.
on her wrist.
Holy shit, dude. Bump.
You're talking about her palms,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean.
Arms are
So I
sweaty,
don't think
knees
she ever
weak,
did-
arms are heavy. She's nervous, but on the surface she looks calm and ready to drop bombs. Mom spaghetti.
Like I said before,
That's the answer.
the gold coating on that
Mom's
sword comes
spaghetti.
right off. All you have to do is touch it. In
I
fact,
want to
if
touch
you
it.
look,
What?
You'll
I
notice
wanna
that a lot
touch
of the
it.
gold
What do you mean you
has
wanna
already
touch it?
come off the handle.
I want to touch it.
You can't
It's
touch it.
safe to assume
Can't touch it.
that's because whoever used the sword
Did it.
got some of it on their hands.
This is a
There's
fictional
really no way
sword
she
within
could've
a
picked it up
a
and come
visual
away
novel video game
completely clean.
made in Japan.
What year did this come out?
This is 2010.
After she escaped
I think you told me that.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens to the bathrooms at nighttime.
Water's off.
Water's off.
When did Trials and Tribulations come out? That was an
That was 2004.
Wait, what's the last Ace Attorney? Oh, Justice for All. No, that's the first one.
Are you
No,
talking about the third game?
Yeah.
Then that's 2004. Yeah.
Really? When did the first one come out?
2001.
So 2001, 2003, 2004?
No, 2002, then 2004.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime. right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have been the one without the sword.
Sayaka.
Sayaka attacked first.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first.
She killed herself.
And the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand?
So
She
shit, I
wasn't a
can't believe
blameless
that she
victim in
fucking
this.
stabbed herself instead. Oh man.
No.
She's so clumsy.
And they are
Almost
Japanese.
She'd been planning to
Jesus,
commit a murder.
yeah.
I don't know if that's racist or
I
historical.
don't know, it's more like it's historical
It's
insensitive,
historical.
yeah.
If it's racist, I deeply apologize. But I
I don't think it's racist. It's just like,
well, Darren said it's not racist, and he's
So-
white, so I think I believe it.
yeah, exactly, man. I have to say.
And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation,
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
What, you guys hate
I'm
me?
sure Sayaka
as well.
realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Oh my god. The numbers.
Yeah.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
Die! Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
What am I doing?
Well, the numbers are written on the wall, which implies that there is another piece of evidence.
So this one? There's only more clues?
There are more clues, yeah. So.
No. There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Also, does anyone read upside down?
Nope. There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove it.
Left index finger.
Yeah, okay.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these
quite a lot
numbers.
about shit, actually.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
Oh?
No, it's just, look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right.
My God.
The connecting line
Noel
is
did it.
there.
No!
So I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read
Oh
it as
my
an
God!
N.
What?
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little brain cells are really getting excited
no.
now.
Brains
But
are
even
pink.
if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it! It's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it? But... I think... Maybe I see something.
Get out.
Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. If you turn her message 180 degrees, and then another 180 degrees, and then another 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear. Who is the killer?
Leon.
Oh. Alright. And by the way, even in the Japanese version, those are still Latin letters. So, like, for a Japanese person, they would not immediately get that that's supposed to say Leon. They would still think it looks like numbers because they read kanji and whatever.
Because they do what?
Because they read kanji. Because, you know, the Japanese language, it's not like our language.
They read from right to left?
No, it's because those symbols do not look like Latin symbols that us Americans use.
Oh, like Civic numerical, they use different.
They use different.
So
they have a different alphabet.
So in this, they're like, oh, this is like American numbers.
Yeah, these are they're like, oh, this is like English letters.
English
because
letters. Oh, okay.
Because us Americans, we only know at most Spanish, but usually we just know one.
Wait, I didn't know that. I thought numbers were universal.
No, the numbers are universal. I'm talking about the name Leon.
Oh.
The name Leon. The numbers are the same. It's just that it looks like the name Leon in English. So they have to know Leon's name in English in order to figure that out.
So his name isn't Leon in their game?
No, it is.
Oh, okay.
It is. It's just that it's very difficult to convert.
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, to make it look like they know.
Did Americans make this game?
No, Japanese people made this game.
So then why would they make it like that? To where like Japanese people have to.
So
like...
it's much more difficult.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they didn't care about Americans. They didn't care that it's very easy for Americans to figure out. But I think that the part that Sayaka's the one that initiated is much more interesting than who the killer is.
The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees.
I should have said that.
If you turn the message around,
I look like a dumbass now.
it becomes the letters L-E-O-N.
I like Bryce's deliveries with saying Leon here.
L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
Leon. He has a very good line later.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Oh, go ahead, do it. Do it while you give me water.
Okay.
Try to write Leon's name normally. Oh shit, you did it. But Sayaka's a little bit, you know, she's a boxing chick. She didn't have time to think, right?
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of. It's that thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator, right? Which was...
the sleeve.
The sleeve, okay. Where the fuck is it? There it is.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
Oh, I forgot about it. And the reason why the killer got rid of all the hair is because Leon is the only redhead out of the cast. So if they found red hair on the scene, then they would immediately know.
That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
And got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
Man, my guy Leon got fucked.
And
he's just defending himself.
Of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty.
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
the burnt remains of the button-up shirt that the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible.
When it would...
What's the whole, the confusion behind...
Only What's-His-Face had the key to it.
Yeah, only Hifumi had the key to it.
Yeah.
So the gate was down.
So it was how it was disposed of.
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty, and we'll figure that out in
the next episode.
Thank you for watching this episode. I'll take about the picture, like, subscribe, hit the bell, to be notified to me about the witches
every single day.
Bye-bye.